Hey everyone, Phil Ciccio here, founder of Success Think and creator of Think Yourself to Success, where we help people move from where they are to where they want to be. You know, today I was just thinking, and sorry that this isn't a real professional video, I'm sitting outside and I'm using my phone, but I was thinking about productivity just now and why people struggle with being productive. And I work with so many clients that tend to either get distracted or they don't understand why they aren't being productive. And one of the examples that I tend to use is that most people that are really productive and they have a high level of output, they see themselves as a person who is someone who has a really great self-image, someone who sees themselves as being successful. And those that are not that good at output or productivity is probably because they don't see themselves inside as somebody who is at that level of productivity or success. So they might have a lower self-image. You see, our self-image is really an indicator of what our output's going to be. You can't outperform the image that you hold of yourself, and this is important to understand. You can't outperform your self-image. So an example I'll use for contrast, and love him or hate him, Donald Trump would be a good example of someone I could use to help you with understanding productivity. How do you think a person like Donald Trump sees himself inside? When he looks in the mirror and he looks into his eyes, how do you think he sees himself? I would imagine that Donald Trump sees himself as a pretty successful person, okay? He sees himself, his self-image is very, very high. Now, what do you think his output is? It's obviously very, very high. Now, think of somebody that you know that maybe is kind of down and out, maybe depressed, maybe not clinically depressed or even clinically depressed, but depressed. What is their level of output? Chances are it's very, very low. Now, here's the thing. Most people would think that, well, Donald Trump's self-image is very high because he has a high level of success, or the person that you're thinking about that has a low output or is depressed has a low output or is depressed and that's why their self-image is so low. But the reality is exactly the opposite. The reason why Donald Trump is so successful is because he sees himself inside as someone who's successful. In other words, his self-image is very high. And the person who is of low productivity or somebody who is of low success, who you might think of as somebody who's depressed, their output isn't low because they're depressed. Their output is low because of the inside visual that they have of themselves. Their self-image is very low. So think about how you see yourself. I don't mean externally, how you want people to see you. I want you to think about how you see you when you look in the mirror, when you look into your eyes and you look through your eyes into your soul. Do you see yourself as a person with a high output? Because if you do, then guess what? You're going to have a high output. If you see yourself as a person with a low self-image or low output, your output is going to be in harmony with the image that you hold of yourself. So think about this and change the image that you hold of yourself. I know that this might be difficult, and I've said this in other videos. You've got to lie to yourself for a little while until it becomes your truth. See yourself internally. Believe in yourself that you are a person of a high level of success, whatever that means to you. And eventually, your performance and your productivity will meet that level of self-image. Thanks for watching.